Hello everyone, CPAT here with another Seed commentary, and today we have another tiebreak. Actually, not another. I think this is the first one I've casted, but we have a tiebreak round match in Chimera Summer Bash between IcePop and ZeusPegasus. We have Migo on the line here again, of course. Hello, Migo.
Hello.
And one of these players will be making playoffs. So how the tournament works is that we just had 5 rounds of Swiss, which culminated in a bunch of people having a 3-2 record. But instead of having tie breaks, which are, I guess, kind of lame and somewhat arbitrary, Chimera's decided that we're going to have a full tiebreak round. So I believe 8 players will be competing for 4 slots in playoffs. So it should be interesting and pretty hype, actually, over just regular tie breaks.
Yeah, it's like, because it's do or die for these players.
Yeah, you actually get to play the game. So we're going to
Imagine
see
that.
Game 1, yeah, no, right? Game 1 already started. We have IcePop here on the Enkidu against ZeusPegasus on the Zangief. We both have casted quite a bit of IcePop Enkidu. Slash, I've also played a bunch of his Enkidu in casuals.
I played against Enkidu. Yeah.
Zeus's
I'm a fan.
Zangief. I was just telling you about this before we went live, but I did cast one game of Zeus's Zangief. Has Zangief spends one force move to range 3?
Why?
I mean,
Unless he has,
obviously,
something
obviously,
spicy like EX Assault.
it's at least 1 assault, if not 2. It better be 2, but well, it's kind of weird, right? Both these characters want to be somewhat close, although Enkidu wants to be at like 2 to 3, and Zangief wants to be at 1, right? So it's gonna be like a very
Yeah, and
weird,
Enkidu can initiate, with the range 3 thing.
yeah, it's gonna be a very weird, like, delicate dance here. Now, I'm
Enkidu
really
wants to get
hoping,
close, but not too close.
yeah, Enkidu, because Enkidu, all of Enkidu's cards close, right? They all close their advance outside of Thunderstomp.
Yeah, even his UA closes. Funny.
Yeah, so you can get close, but not too close, because of course Zangief puts the hurt on his opponents when standing at range 1. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't see EX Assault Mash from Zangief. So now I'm questioning
No.
this. Now I'm questioning this movement.
Could be a setup for Banishing Flat. Banishing Flat's pretty good on defense. Doesn't
Yeah,
really lose to anything. Except Assault.
yeah. I mean,
Only lose to
it
Assault.
quote unquote loses to assault, but then I mean they assaulted in your range 1. So, oh, look at that! Enkidu initiating a range 3 sweep. I was telling IcePop like 3 weeks ago that I think not enough people initiate range 3 sweep, and he's been doing it a lot more since I've told him. And I like it.
I'm a fan too. Yeah,
And I like it.
Range 3 sweep.
Ooh, drops the spike as well. Oh my god, just revealed the whole hand! Just revealed the whole hand. I saw an assault and I saw a I think I don't know what the second card was. It was a special. Maybe it was flying power bomb, but I definitely saw an assault. That second card from the left is the assault.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully IcePop didn't see it.
Yeah, and Zeus, I mean, please shuffle your hand, my friend.
Yeah, at least shuffle your hand if the opponent saw it.
Yeah. Some spice already.
That's a common mistake I've seen where a player drags one card and then they have highlighted their whole hand.
I think it was actually Zeus that dragged that card. Okay, discards the assault anyway for the Siberian Fortitude plus 2 armor, now close to.
Okay.
Well, Zangief's in there.
Kind of a shame to drop the assault though.
Yeah, but maybe
it.
not. Oh, the tech hit. I like the aggressive tech hit. Just shove it in the opponent's face.
I don't do that. But I see some people do that. They just slam it on top of the boost.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, don't need this in my life. Although Enkidu initiating at range 1 here. It's gonna be the title spin to cross over.
That's what makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
On curve, advance 2, so you're no longer at range 1.
Yeah, block good for Zangief.
Damage.
Actually builds a gauge here.
Yep.
Though Zangief will probably have to only 1 card in hand and sitting at range 2 due to the title spin. Yeah, good combat card. Honestly, 5 damage at 7 speed at range 1 is pretty good. And like
that's a nice card.
The movement is just the cherry on top as well. Drops a cross.
That's
well,
fine. Makes sense.
It's fine.
You probably won't be playing it in combat, so.
Yeah. And Enkidu generally won't be running too far away.
No.
And IcePop's an aggressive player as well, so I don't think he will be running away either. He'll be trying to stick to that 2 to 3.
If he's running away, he's trying to land Demon Seal.
Yeah, or he's just gonna come back in later with the UA.
Yep. Enkidu has good movements. Season 6 has good movement in general.
Season 6 has a really good movement in general, and Enkidu has a lot of just Gale Edge advances 2, Chain Kick advances 1, 3 Precept closes 1, Tidal Spin advances 2. Like, it all
he
moves.
struck every turn.
Oh, wow, the 3 Precept into, was that a Wild Swing? No crit?
Also, no crit. That's sad.
Yeah.
Losing Flying
That
Fireball.
is sad. Yeah, I mean, you're really not, I don't think you're really going to be critting your Wild Swings there anyway.
Hopefully it's another copy gain advantage.
Yeah, because it looks like there isn't, though. So now
sad.
Zangief, yeah, Zangief now has a chance to do some real damage here.
Yep. Plus 1 power, plus 1 speed, and then you guess the general mix-up is the fast or pile driver.
Yeah. Wait, what happened to that Siberian Fortitude boost? Oh, it got tech hit. Okay, never mind. It's like, wait, I remember it happening, but now it got tech hit. Jump in. I mean, it's a reload, but at the same time, you do kind of waste the advance movement.
Yeah, the advance movement waste is because Enkidu's in the board. It's essentially just a CC with 1 more card. Like,
Look at that smile. Look at that. Look at
smiling?
cheesing. I don't know.
It's more like a grimace. More like a.
No, it's like Zangief doesn't know how to smile. I've never seen this art. Dude, some of this art is just really intense. Dude, look how large Zangief is in this. He's a big boy. I think he just prepped.
Yeah, his proportions are like.
Some of the proportions on these ultras in season 3, like this one, Sagat's Tiger Cannon is particularly bad.
He's a tiny pin.
Yeah, he's got a little grape-sized head. Yeah, some of the proportions are really whack on some of these season 3 arts. But hey, at least it's not a training stage arc, right?
Yeah,
At least it's not training stage art.
Season 6 has stepped it up by putting actual stages that look nice. They're still sprites.
Do all the characters have their own stage? Is that how that works?
I don't know. Wonder Knight, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think there's that many stages.
Hmm. Yeah, because I guess there's 19 characters.
Yeah.
Okay, Enkidu prepped. I mean, Zangief has an opportunity to crit strike here if he wants to take it, and I feel like he probably should.
Yeah, because there's only so many times you can use your UA as Zangief, right?
Oh no, we're not seeing this. We're not seeing the SPD strike. I would have preferred just striking with that.
Yeah,
we're gonna see the
like
thick skin to come out, plus 2 armor after if you were hit at this card to your gauge. Surely this means Enkidu rolls out. Enkidu.
I'd much prefer this as a combat card.
Yeah, exactly. I would have much preferred that. I want to see now Enkidu like mix up or something. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Nice.
There she is. Mix up.
Don't let Zangief crits.
Just mix up cross. Get out of there.
Yep.
Because your other mix up options move
like
you in. That's the
Thunderstorm.
problem. Maybe it's a world where it's like mix up focus. Oh, I'm a genius.
Wow, how do you know?
How do I know? I have no idea how I knew. Because I just see IcePop initiating more slows at range 2 and range 3 than like the average player. So drops the chain kick. That's a little sad.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah,
Chain kick is a really strong card when he's built up.
It's one of your it's one of your like payout
Payout.
game cards. Well, Zangief now has a bunch of gauge at least since the thick skinned went through.
Oh,
and
actually,
sweep
the
hit.
after should not go off because focus is slower.
Oh yeah, the after does not go off. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did.
So
yeah.
Another reason why I thought it could have been Thunderstomp because it's one speed. But Thunderstomp would have got destroyed by sweep, so good thing he didn't play it. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, that's why you thought it was Thunderstomp? Yeah, but Thunderstomp would have died there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was a good thing he didn't.
Yeah, Thunderstomp would have died there. Such as
really badly.
It's not just the plight of these random Season 6, 5 defense characters. I feel like there's so many of them. Or, like, not so many of them, but they're, like, way more than I expected. Like, Hilda has one.
It's noticeable.
Yeah. Merkava has one. I think Chaos has one. Or Chaos is, like, an option select.
I think, like, a lot of those cards would be, like, too good if they also beat Sweep or traded with Sweep.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why some of them are just, like, 5 guard instead of 6.
Yeah. But it's definitely noticeable this season compared to other seasons, I feel like.
I think
a lot
so,
of
yeah.
them. It makes Sweep a really good combat initiation in Season 6 in general.
Mm-hmm.
Although for Season 1 through 5, that means you no longer have Light to play with.
No. But Sweep is good normal, so...
Zangief really liking these boosts.
Super armor.
Super armor. I mean, good boost, but...
Yeah.
Zangief boosting a lot.
Maybe he wants 4 gauge to land the second Atomic Buster.
I would assume he wants Gauge to exceed, but yeah, maybe he's going for the Atomic Buster. I don't know. I don't know. Imagine if he goes for like the Reach Atomic Buster or something.
Crit Atomic Buster is actually pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's like 1/100600, right? That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not bad
And
at all.
then the opponent just gets their hand destroyed. I mean, your hand gets destroyed.
Your hand
too,
gets
but
destroyed
you don't
too,
care that
but
much.
you're at range 1, so you're fine.
Yep.
And can you go for a reading here?
I
Wonder how spicy this reading is. Reading whiffs, that's kind of sad. Only a spike in there. Wonder what was red.
Vanishing.
Is
Maybe
IcePop going for a spike? Is IcePop going for like an undercurve assault maybe? No, why would you ever assault into a super armor?
Yeah, it doesn't...
Maybe he's reading something just to play cross and get out. And just like trying to guarantee the cross doesn't get dove after.
Yeah, reading cross out or reading...
It's a thought.
Ooh!
That is
Thunderstop.
saucy. So
Nice. It works though.
yeah, and not only that, the flying power bomb goes first as well, so the super armor doesn't go off either. And then the thunderstomp hits back for 4. That's so.
I thought so sick.
That's so silly. IcePop
He's
now
playing around these,
underspeeding Zangief twice in a row with these boosts, and Zangief
Yeah,
just
he's like playing around those boosts perfectly, actually. Just,
Yeah,
like, making sure that Zangief
it's so
doesn't get
sick.
more resources. Yeah.
it's so sick. And the reading like whiffed. The read didn't even hit.
He's got the hand info though.
Yeah. Zangief going for the
Charge.
key charge. Assuming Enkidu doesn't have the second reading, and even if Enkidu has the second reading, like what that second card's going to be the punish.
Yeah. You have to have second dive and a card to punish.
Let's see Enkidu go for a big CC here, just so you see everything. That's not the 3 precept.
Yeah, I can see it.
Over prepping.
Not
He
just
goes
prepping.
for the prep, but I think a big CC was better there.
I think Enkidu has some gauge hungry boosts,
Oh, here comes the pull.
so
Okay, well, he didn't pull, so.
when you see pull up, yeah, there we go. Now you did.
Alright, well, I mean.
But why didn't you pull him to the closer corner?
Yeah, why didn't he pull him to short side of the board? Yeah, I have no idea. Because he wants. I don't know.
There's no reason not to, right?
For Zangief? Probably not. Enkidu says, I'll take corner.
He's like, okay, you're not gonna pull me short side of the board. I will.
I will go here. Well, we saw the hand of Zangief. I think he's drawn, what, 2 cards since then? It's like if one of those 2 cards is an assault, he strikes with it. We can also, again, I'm pretty sure Zeus hasn't shuffled his hand, so we can see, like, if he strikes with a card from the left side, then we know it's an ult card. So I'm pretty sure he hasn't shuffled his hand.
Paying attention to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
And,
second card's a spike
order, I
even.
see.
Like one of those, either the second or sad. I was okay. The third card was a spike.
Wow, letting the respect go off.
Yeah. I mean, now Enkidu has a bunch of resources to just run away, right?
Yeah.
And like Enkidu has
Can't
a
get away
billion
with-
advanced forces, right? He even has reckless run.
Reckless run can only he cannot like.
Yeah, but
individual
it
advances,
takes long side
is
of board,
enough,
and
yeah.
you're at range 2. That's good enough. You're Enkidu.
Yeah, so that's good enough.
It's
Exactly.
good enough. You spend 1 card to do so. Yeah, I'm shocked to see the... Actually, no, I'm not. Because Zangief did only draw 2 cards. What?
Wait, no, 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 no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just,
He thought he prepped.
Yeah, I guess Zeus didn't even recognize that. That was just the respect going off. Well, I mean, Zangief has the preferred positioning, but I don't think it's going to last very long.
Yeah, plus
Just
she's powerful
respect
with
again
speed.
to the other side.
Second respect. I mean, not
Yeah.
a bad idea. Wait,
Is that Enkidu going for a strike? That is spicy.
Surely not.
That's too spicy. I mean, at the very least, Zangief doesn't have a crit option right now. Zangief can't crit.
Oh, yeah, actually, he doesn't have crit, so maybe it's fine. But I mean, if Zangief gets a hit off, then
If Zangief gets a hit off, then you're sad because it's now Zangief's turn. Unless you somehow yoink advantage. Okay, IcePop going for it. I could see this be second title spin, and like that would make sense to me.
yeah,
It's an assault.
assault. Okay.
Fine. Okay, it's like he
Fair.
takes 0 and gets hit back for 4.
Well, he gets advantage though, so now he can get out. Right?
Yeah, but like, what was the point? All you did was get smacked in the face by focus. Oh, you baited out the reading, so now you can't get red.
There we go.
What was the point? There was no point. Like
Yeah.
IcePop does a lot of this. He's he's over aggressive at times. He's like strikes for no reason. Like that was actually just a strike for no reason. Oh, there's a second respect.
Nice.
Man,
He has so much gauge though. It's time for Demon Seal.
it's time for Demon Seal. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Needed the Demon Seal threat for some reason. Well, if Zangief has assaults, he's still got to be wary of EX3 Precept because we've only seen 1 so far, and AKU's halfway through his deck.
Yeah, you could just be lording over it, stop any assaults.
That's why I want to see like a Banishing Flat initiation from Zangief. Especially because Enkidu's out of assaults as well. Nope, just the jump in. Really slow Zangief
Okay.
play so far. Slow, patient. The second respect goes off though is the problem. Enkidu
too
now
slow.
has a full hand.
Bit too slow, in my opinion. If he
Yeah.
crosses out, then he can set up for Demon Seal pretty well.
I would say Zeus is very patient. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but he's very patient.
I guess Banishing Flat does cock Demon Seal pretty hard.
I mean, at long range, yeah.
Yeah. So
No, you can't
really
just like
rely on
you
it.
can't just strike at range 5 as Enkidu. No.
No, not with that. As long as he has that dodge.
Well, only because IcePop assaulted for no reason 2 turns ago.
Yeah.
If he hadn't assaulted for no reason 2 turns ago, then Zangief would need a key charge first. And Zangief actually out of key charges.
I think it could be a good time for Enkidu to play one of his maybe like a immovable object or
+1 speed, no
shift.
strike.
a strike.
Like a above curve cross 3 precept spike mix up.
This is on curve. This is on curve.
I don't think there's a world
it's
where
probably
Demon Seal gets played here. Wait, maybe the Demon Seal gets played here because you're trying to telegraph like a +1 speed 3 precepts.
Is it 3 speed? No, 2 speed.
It's 2 speed. IcePop goes for crazy plays like this sometimes though.
Yeah, he does. It could be feels like maybe a spike to me.
I mean, yeah, it's like I think it's like a 3 PS spike mix up. But
There it is.
oh,
I knew it.
spicy.
I knew it. I'm a genius.
We're just me and you combined, man.
Our brain powers together.
Yeah, no, dude, listen. You play the other 3 characters, I'll handle your propeller. I'll handle the propeller for you because you have not been making that character look good.
He gets close.
Yeah.
Right? He gets close.
Well, things are now really sad for Zangief.
What's he gonna do with this 10 million gauge? I guess he could like spend force to run away forever. That's also pretty good as well, to be honest.
Oh, Enkidu with 10 million gauge? Who cares? He doesn't
Yeah.
even need it. He can play a bunch of that Spiral Dual Palm Strike, or he can use those boosts Unstoppable Force.
Yeah, I was about to say last turn was a good time to play Immovable Object or Unstoppable Force.
Okay, Zangief spends 1 force. Second run down for Zangief. Zangief now actually just out of movement boosts outside of backstep, I think.
No, yeah, that's true. And he's actually used every single one.
Yeah, he used both
He's gonna
jump
spend
ins and
4.
both runs, and so far it's only done 8
Oh.
damage. And now Enkidu's surely gonna run away.
Both of the close to boosts as well. So
Yeah. The Siberian Fortitudes are down as well.
yeah,
Yep, and there's the air dash back.
run away.
Now Zangief has to come in. Well, Zangief doesn't have to come in because he has crit banishing flat, but he probably should come in.
Probably.
The only issue is, Enkidu almost assuredly has EX3 precept, so you really have to come in quite hard. To get to full send it to range 1. Luckily you have a full hand because you haven't been doing very much all game.
I'm not opposed to him just diving in and hope that Enki
Oh,
doesn't
just
have
strike
his
with a
flow.
dive?
Yeah. I mean, you're so behind, and you need to get in.
The only
ASAP.
issue is, if you go, 5 for 6, you're down to, if Enkidu responds with, a sweep, then you're down to 4 HP. And it's Enkidu's turn.
But
then
that's
Enkidu-
you just had to hope, right?
You just had to hope.
Because the focus is down, sweep is down, thunderstomp's down.
Yeah, one copy of each of those is down.
Enkidu has 14 cards left because he has a big deck.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe just dive in
the
over the best.
reshuffle.
Reshuffling?
Reshuffling for those advanced options, for those boosts. I have no idea why you're reshuffling.
I guess maybe for those runs.
Reshuffle for crosses and Siberian
Or
Fortitudes.
advanced 3, yeah.
Is that the position? Is that how desperate we are as Zangief here?
Maybe. Has Zangief used his UA once?
No.
No, I don't think he has.
Zangief hasn't
No
even
bueno.
crit anything once. Zangief, the only gauge expenditure was the Exceed. Didn't even pull him all the way.
Right.
Enkidu now initiating a strike in range 4.
Maybe he's gonna bait out. Either he's baiting out crit banishing flat, or he's actually just sending it.
And IcePop's the type of player who would totally bait it out, and he would totally just full send it as well.
No, yeah, it honestly could go either way.
Actual 50-50.
Like, you just have to guess against IcePop a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
IcePop loves playing his mix-ups.
I'm just throwing these mix-ups.
There's the crit
Yep.
banishing. Into the
Ah,
sweep!
he did it.
The baits!
IcePop, man.
IcePop the
Chill.
god.
He just... Chill.
Just absolutely manhandling the Zangief right now.
he just knows that it's like, you don't want to die to... You don't
Dude,
want to die
every
to
single
Seal.
read.
And
Every
then
single
also
read
lose
is
the
going
card as
IcePop's
well
way.
for Zangief.
It doesn't help that Zangief is doing absolutely nothing on his turn for most of the game.
Yeah, too passive.
Yeah.
It's really costing him.
Just opting to boost just multiple times at range 1, I believe. Instead of just sending it. Right,
Because IcePop's
that thick
oh.
skin really rubbed me the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, boosting and range, especially that turn when you boost range 1, yeah.
Yeah.
no
Boosting
bueno.
the SPD. That's not
gotta immediately,
Zangief play.
You gotta immediately exert your mix-ups and
Yeah.
use your UA when you're at range 1.
Especially against these season 6 characters, they're just so slippery. And Enkidu's
Yep.
Enkidu's even more slippery than the ever season 6 character. Just
Yeah, it's like,
so much movement.
Zangief's got a character that, against experienced players, you have to capitalize on your UA as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because, they're not gonna let you
Yeah,
just sit at
exactly.
range 1 and dilly-dally.
Yeah.
Maybe you get to, newer players, you can
Okay, to be
dilly-dally
fair,
and
Enkidu
destroy
did
them.
sit at range 1 once and dilly-dallied, but Zangief had no gauge.
No gauge, that's fine.
No gauge, yeah.
It's fine to dilly-dally when Zangief has no gauge.
Well, Zangief is now at range 2. Enkidu probably has a cross in hand. He has 2 crosses left in the deck.
Yeah, and he could just mash it.
And, even if you don't have cross, you have EX3 precept that you're always lording. It's Zangief doesn't really have a speed 6 option here to represent at range 2, right? He's not going to cross out.
No, yeah, he's definitely not gonna cross out, so he's just gonna eat whatever fasting Enkidu's gonna throw in
Yeah.
defense. Tough, and then he lost his sweep as well, so no light.
Lost the sweep, lost the gauge, because it was a crit banishing flat. of course. No gauge.
This might be IcePop's most dominating NT2 game yet. Like, look at all this gauge
This
in the
is
line.
insane, yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
9 gauge.
that's 9
Jesus
gauge. Yeah, just
Christ.
hit him over and over and over again.
Yep.
And I think that includes, what, 2 Zangief blocks and an assault into a 4 armor focus. Just
Yeah.
smacking him over and over again. This is brutal to watch. Might have to put a parental advisory at the start of the video, because this is... I mean, fair play.
He's
Fair play
going
to
wild.
IcePop, yeah. Standing in the correct spots. I mean, I guess it's not really hard to find a correct spot to stand against Zangief, who's not really aggressing.
Yeah, just like if Zengi's letting you chill, then you can just chill. You know?
Yeah. I have no idea. I have no idea how Zeus wins this game without an unforced error from IcePop.
Oh yeah, a comeback here is impossible unless IcePop really screws up.
Okay, we're going for the stun immunity here. Enkidu going for the exceed. Kind of feels like a pass turn, but I mean the +2 power. Well, like a +2 power cross now kills.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, right? Like on your turn,
It's
you can just kill him.
fine.
You can just kill him on your turn.
I
You can just,
mean,
like-
it does kind of feel like pass turn, but at the end of the day, like your opponent's also passing turns, so.
Yeah, because super armor is not gonna help.
Well, super armor's definitely not going to help into the succeed side, so maybe that's why. I mean, it just turns a 3 power to a 5 power.
Yep. And like stun immune is not gonna help you when you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Does the attack still hit? So do we go by Tinker rules?
Wait, what do you mean?
Will we have the attack still hit just for kicks? After Zangief said.
I see.
Just
yeah,
for
yeah,
kicks.
'cause single flip.
Well, Zangief initiating something. I'm sure this means Enkidu just crosses out and puts Zangief at 1, and then just runs to the other side of the board, right?
Just match something fast with Enkidu here.
Oh, or you can just do... Okay. I
That
mean,
works.
the only problem is Zangief's not in the corner, and Enkidu just no-sold your attack.
He was like, oh, I missed. Oh, like 6 armor, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, at least... You know what? At least Zangief has a gauge now. Zangief... That hits.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a gauge. He has something to work with.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it hits. There's a third after if you were hit this strike in the discard. By the way.
Oh, right.
Well now Enkidu just spends something to run away. Oh, Enkidu going for
You
it?
can just like mash something.
Mash
and,
like up
I bet
8
Enkidu
speed
I bet-
cross? Or 8 speed
Yeah, I
grasp,
mean,
excuse
like-
me.
Yeah, Geef critting.
Title spin, same deal.
Yeah.
GG. Jesus, that's 7 power, I forgot.
178.
That's 178. That's a Hasselholt. That's Metsu Shoryuken. That's Metsu Shoryuken for a gauge. Hello?
Enkidu's a good character.
A good character. Good character. Hasn't really been
Nice.
seeing the results, but everyone's too busy playing Carmine.
Boring.
So IcePop takes a set
Another
1-0.
comeback game.
Like pools, this is only going to be best of 3. So this is Zeus's last chance
Yep.
to make playoffs.
Indeed.
And Zeus had an incredible story, right? I mean, he beat Mix round 1. And like the upset
Shocking the world.
the upset of the tournament.
Yep.
Wonder
thought Mix
if he goes to the Jin here, because Zeus's Jin looked scary. I mean, it was like basic mash draw 2 Jin, but I mean it still looked good.
That's good enough.
Yeah, just head empty Jin.
As Jin.
That's
you
what
can kinda
I'm just
go
gonna
for
call it. That's what I'm just gonna always call it, head empty Jin.
I feel like it's Jin or Aurier as fallback characters.
Yeah, he's already looked he played Ori into Mix as well. I don't remember who he played into Cheek. I played Zangief into Cheek. I don't remember the second. Actually, I can actually just look it up real quick. He actually played Aurier into Chica's Claw and lost. I don't remember anything about that game. You can check it out on the channel, but I don't remember anything about it.
You should play his Zangief more like his Jin, just more Unga Boonga.
Just more head empty, yeah.
Yeah. Too bad that
I don't know, too much
if
like funny fun. You
funny
know how I
business.
refer to Swangy's boosts as like the funny boosts. Too much funny business.
Yep. Instead of just playing the good buttons.
Is IcePop going for the Hawkman or the Ken? I would hope it's the Ken. Okay, good. Is the Ken. The Aurier. Are we gonna see the Veil off Aurier? This guy does not play Veil off Aurier. He doesn't. I'm already gonna spoil it. He doesn't. Ken to Aurier though. Well, I mean, Aurier has a speed dodge, so that's annoying for. That's automatically annoying for Ken to deal with. It's like automatically, just like
Yeah, just
Shinryuken's not free.
Plan.
Yeah, you can't just assault Shinryuken because that's not free. True
hell, man,
Master's
I
not
should
free
get a free
either.
Nope.
Yeah, well,
As long as Ken parries, gets
yeah,
versus
Ken's
good
gotta
arrow,
parry
then
the
fine.
reverse seat. That's just like generally my rule of thumb anyway. As a non-season 6 character in season 6, if they have one of the reverse CPs, I just parry it. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it removes the mix-up, so.
Yeah, plus like
for
I'm a
that.
defensive player anyway, so I just like parry that and then just set up.
Yeah, parrying speed dodges is almost a lot of times correct actually.
Yeah, and that card has tactical on it as well, I believe.
Yeah, it has a really good boost on it.
Good
I mean,
boost.
usually really good attacks are paired to really good boosts.
Yeah, good
You
boost.
gotta decide one or the other.
Good boost, good attack. Well, we can take like Ori's front side because I feel like Zeus is not gonna avail off. Strike, your special and ultras have +2 armor. It's bad. Well, no, it's not bad, but I don't like it.
It makes her.
Congrats, you do 2 damage and your opponent takes 3. Very cool. And then your opponent is
Poke,
Ken,
poke,
so
poke.
they're just gonna build up an insanely large ultra against you because you've given them free resources. Very cool.
Rest in Peace becomes 8 armor though. That's
Rest in Peace becomes 8 armor, and that is relevant. We actually saw that. We saw against Mix, we saw a defensive boost, so the +1 armor, +1 guard boost matter for a Rest in Peace.
Yep.
Gave it just enough defenses to armor through in EX Assault with +2 armor, and then hit back for 6 or something.
Yep. Very big delta. The
Well,
good thing is that Ken has easy ignore armor to completely just destroy it.
yeah, there's the thing, right? Like, is Ori's speed dodge actually stretched too thin against Ken? Especially if that gets parried, then the answer is definitely yes.
Yeah, Ken has too much fast stuff, I guess.
Like
Really
Ken is,
stop all of them.
yeah, axe kick.
And you know, IcePop's gonna do some nonsense.
IcePop's gonna, wow, we see the
mix
turn
up.
1 aerial leap taking shorts out of board and striking immediately. This is the most aggressive. What even is
Wow.
this? Is this like sweep?
I don't know. Could be.
I hope it's
Feels like
sweep
a
into
slow to
a
me.
veil off. That'd be sick. I mean, it's
Feels
expensive.
like a Hoplon or something.
It's a focus. Don't like it at all.
You don't like it?
Don't like it at all. It's the Hoplon. Congrats, you've wasted your ceiling Hoplon. It does 2 whole damage. Very cool.
I mean, that's why IcePop played defocus, right?
Yeah, I saw played focus to hedge against it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if Ori's playing a Hoplon there in general,
Oh, then you didn't like it.
she's already lost the game. Not
It gets
lost the
advantage on hit,
game,
though.
but
I
it's
mean, it hits advantage. You gain advantage, and then you can advance.
no. It's a weak mentality. It's about mentality. If you're not having your Hoplons hit for at least 5, then you've already lost. At least that's my opinion.
True.
At least that's my
If
opinion.
you're not playing Hoplons while you're exceeded Oriya, then
What are you even
Yeah,
doing with life? And you're not even tacking on armor onto it as either.
yeah, that's true.
You're literally spending a 2-me command order to play a Hoplon. Yes, the crit Tatsu. This is crit Tatsu. It's either crit Tatsu or crit cross. There's no way this is real.
Zeus watched the tapes.
Yeah, has Zeus watched the tapes?
He could be baited out Sacred Arrow and just like play sweep or something. Bullshit.
Yeah, so I think the last 2 games I saw went from this kind of crit play. It was a crit cross and a crit Tatsu.
Yep. And then he finally played a real crit. Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Crit Shoryu. I think.
Yeah.
I
Which,
thought
like, why
that
would
was
you
dope.
even crit Shoryu here? It doesn't do anything. Oh, it's
Oh,
the
crit
knee
knee
bash.
bash.
Into the sweep.
Okay.
Into the sweep? Okay. Orient business. Pops a 6er into the gauge.
That's good. The Tatsu would have worked.
Tatsu would have worked, yeah. Tatsu would have worked.
There's a spike, no big deal.
Why are you critting this knee bash?
It catches.
It catches
it catches
the cross up divine thrust.
Yeah, yeah. He closes 2 so he kicks you.
But also, who cares? I don't know. It just feels like a waste of a gauge.
Yeah, some.
Oh, fifth executor. Okay, if we don't see Ori exceed this game, I'm gonna be very upset.
He has to hit though.
I mean, it's a grasp. It has to be a grasp.
Yeah, that's the best thing the Paradise card to get guaranteed value.
There's a world where I could see this being divine thrust, but imagine if this is a rest in peace.
Honestly,
It's a ceiling hoplon. It's a 5-power ceiling hoplon, I guess, but took the risk on getting crossed out. But I mean,
yeah, that's fine.
totally
That's
fine.
fine
Yeah.
play. You gain advantage,
Ken
but
has
he
to
gets the hit
spend.
effect.
Ken has to spend 2 gauge or 2 force, otherwise he gets stunned out. That's second ceiling
Yep.
hoplon gone though. What? What? How is that?
He
How
just-
is he just said no and left.
You have to advance or retreat one.
You see, IcePop just says, "I don't want this block." What's up? What?
he didn't care.
He didn't care. I don't.
I
I,
just-
don't get it. I don't get it. Do I like it?
I just
Oh,
need
okay. This
one
is
gauge to kill
CC.
you.
Gross. He has a CC. Doesn't even leave the 6er. Oh my god. Drops the 6er. Leaves the 4 engaged.
Drop the 6er and the 7er.
Drop the 6er, and the 7 makes sense because he's going for a big CC. But drops the 6er in there too. This Ori player does not want to go for the backside Ori. Does not believe.
That's kind of sad though.
It's incredibly sad.
Backside Ori is actually good.
Almost as sad as Ken dropping that block and not letting it go to cage. I have no idea what IcePop was thinking there. Like, you can literally just spend 1 card from your hand and replace the knee bash. Like, how good does your hand have to be?
He has to be very good. He has to value. He must value everything in his hands and not one.
That highly, that he doesn't want to spend 1 card of his 3-card hand. And he just prepped afterward anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
At the very least, that's
guess
1
I
parry
do
down.
hate it.
1 parry down, so Ori doesn't have to worry about that so much.
Yeah.
See, the defensive retreating to range 2.
Ori's range 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, Ori's a melee character, but I mean, Ken's range 2 is good until you factor in that at any point Ori can just manufacture a mix-up.
It's true.
She's actually
She
just
is
the
an answer
best
character.
at it. She's an answer for every situation.
Yep.
Well, except for the ceiling hoplons now, because those are both down. But for every other
they really both
situation,
down?
yeah, because he struck with it turn
Oh.
1. Remember? Yeah, Ken going for either crit
No, she's struggling with
Shoryu.
focus. She's struggling with focus turn 1.
Oh, she struck with focus. Oh, you're right. I wanted her. Oh, you're right. We like assumed that IcePop played the focus to counter the ceiling hoplon. You're right. Okay, there's a ceiling hoplon left. Okay, good. I mean, it doesn't matter. Or he's clearly not exceeding this game.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a crit strike from Ken. I believe it was the rightmost card played, so it was a card that was just drawn.
I think
Oh.
it's a real axe kick.
Do you think it's a relaxed kick? I think this is a Shoryu. I don't know. I don't like a Shoryu play personally. I don't like that initiation, but IcePop does, and I've seen him go for it. But I think it's a real crit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's real as well. I just think it's a different thing than what you think it is, because IcePop loves crit Shoryu for some reason.
Above curve, but expensive.
It's above curve. It's expensive. It only does 4 damage. Doesn't ignore anything.
Yep.
Just kidding. We're just both bad at the game.
He just swept
We
again.
just swept again. Yeah. IcePop does not care. To me, Command Order will go first, hit for 3. Cannot retreat far enough. So the sweep will hit back for 6. At least Ori can choose a range. Chooses range 3.
It's for
Ken's
5 'cause he has
range
one
3
armor.
on defense is not fantastic, so this makes sense.
Yeah, his range is kind of pretty meh. Wait, discard?
Yeah, did Ori sweep get swept? Not yet. Oh my god, Zeus just revealed his hand again. He almost just revealed his hand again. Okay, there's the sweep effect. Get a really good shuffle going. Discards the Divine Thrust. Oh my
god.
Again. There was a rest in peace and there was an assault. There's a rest in peace and there was an assault in there. The second card is rest in peace, the third card's assault. I didn't see what the fourth card was, but I think it was a special.
Nerves.
It's Butterfingers from Zeus.
Yeah.
Butterfingers.
Well, at least I guess he has to assault into
yeah, I mean, assault's not a bad combat card at the very least. Like, Ken's down what, like both sweeps and a focus or something?
Yeah.
Or at least one sweep and a focus. Oh, Zeus is actually tracking cards here on the normal sheet. So it looks like down a sweep, down a focus, down a knee bash as well. You might as well just strike with the assault at this point.
Yeah, just mash it.
Might as well. Yeah, how baller would it be if Zeus just goes for the assault into the rest in peace anyway? You saw it, now do something about it.
Do you have a grasp? Do you have something that doesn't hit me? No? Well, take 7.
I know, take 7.
Speed 0 is very good speed.
Very good speed, yeah.
And you can't even use focus to avoid hitting her, you know?
No, not unless you're like Arcune.
Right.
Does anyone else have a -1 speed boost? You mean Nanase. Nanase. But she can only do it on offense is the problem. So she gets hit by rest in peace anyway.
Nanase UA?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, it was the Okay, he's going for Luminous Embrace Assault here. It turns out I saw the other Ultra. I just assumed it was rest in peace, but I guess it was Luminous Embrace. This is Assault, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
And like actually 100. Like it was the third card that he played, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got 5 damage assault into an exceed. No, it's probably gonna be another change. This Ori is gonna change cards.
CC Ori.
Yeah.
Sad.
Ken has a cross. You mash it here.
Yep. Don't want to deal range.
Just say no. Just say no. Yeah. Sad. 5 power assault.
Yep.
Ori off to a decent life lead here.
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
I log gauge.
A lot of gauge. I'm assuming he's just gonna CC4 again though. Because like this exceed looks worse than the last one.
Yeah, you don't have the 6. You don't
have the 6 anymore. I mean, you have the Luminous Embrace still. But I do foresee another aggressive CC action. Wait, he's looking at his cards like he wants to find the lowest number. No, surely not. It doesn't take this long to find that the to-me command order is the lowest power. It doesn't take this long. I want to see exceed into a 7 power rest in peace. That's what I want to see.
I've gotten hit by that before. It did 13 damage.
Yeah, I think the most I've done with rest in peace is 12.
Oof.
But I've done 2 of them in a game, so I've done like a 12 and a 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
In one game?
Yeah, one game.
What the hell?
Yeah, my opponent died. He died.
Yeah, I bet. Jeez.
Man, Ori is so much fun, man. Oh,
She's cool.
No, it's a CC. CC's 3, drawing 4, but keeping the 7 engage.
Just in case she wants to.
Is she done
Flirt
both
with
focuses
exceed
though?
mode.
So she can't veil off. So she has to like hit with a second card and then exceed.
Yeah.
I think Ken just initiated with no crit at range 1. So this is like a grasp Tatsu slow mix-up. I think IcePop just swings with a random Tatsu here. We saw him crit his Tatsus in the past. IcePop I know has gone for this play against me before. The no crit Tatsu at range 1.
Oh, just sending it.
Yeah, just go for it. He's down 7 life. Not a whole lot of gauge to his name. Not a whole lot of resources to his name in general.
Super hard to rest in peace. So
Loses to, like,
probably just playing
yeah.
grasp. I mean, it loses to her. I mean, it's quote unquote loses to her stun move stuff too.
Yeah, I mean those
Loses
hit for enough.
She only has one stun move thing though left, right?
She has a ceiling hoplon. Oh, ceiling hoplons are yeah. She just has a ceiling hoplon because she spent the 2-me command order as an aerial leap turn 1, so she only has 1 left. I mean, she has succession, but that doesn't actually count. Right. It's not a real card. It can kind of be a real card into Ken, I guess, if you find yourself at range 5, and then you crit it. You're backside and you make it 7 power.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of a real card, and it's almost a real card, I'd say.
Problem with Succession is that the opponent can just dive it.
They can dive it and they can sweep it. And it's just like, what else is Ori gonna play at range 5? The Luminous, I guess. Like, you play the Luminous. Oh, wait for it. Oh, but the stun immune in the hand. So the Axe Kick will go first, hit for 5. And then the Ceiling Hoplon will hit back for 2.
And then she can advance
like,
retreat 1.
Yeah, Ori gets to pick range.
Just the raw Axe Kick, no crit.
Yeah!
I guess it beats the Sacred Arrow.
It beats the Sacred Arrow, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, because Ori's slow. Ori's a slow character.
I mean, she is Divine Thrust, but outside of that, yeah.
So I think no crit Axe Kick makes sense if you don't get auto dodge.
It's goofy, but I like it.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if you're really the type of player to represent a range 1 Tatsu there, then I guess no crit Axe Kick is fine. And it still beats the Rest in Peace, right? You're not telegraphing that you're playing Axe Kick, so maybe Ori responds with the Rest in Peace. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Zeus is careful about it, not just mashing it.
I mean, out of stun immunes is the thing, huh?
Yep.
Maybe due for a reshuffle in that case.
Maybe.
How many cards does she left? Depends on Ori wants to close out the game, because she can always just attempt to close out the game with the Rest in Peace. She still has both reverse DPs in the deck, so maybe she waits until she draws 1 or both of those. And Ori's cards are all good outside of Succession, right? So you don't mind drawing them.
Yeah, and initiating with the Sacred Arrow is pretty good, usually. Unless the opponent calls it out of a mid-speed.
I wonder what IcePop's plan for closing out this game is, because it feels like he's even though he's only down 4 HP compared to Ori, it feels like he's way further away from closing out the game than she is.
Yeah. I think...
It's only 3 cards in hand. It's only 2 gauge. Just defense. Lord, what a... Just defense assault?
Just the wall swing.
Alright. Okay. It works. Worked out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fine play.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. One Axe Kick was down as well.
Yeah.
So which is the on-curve option that would beat that play. So yeah, I guess it's pretty good. Imagine if it was a Just Defense Sacred Era to bait out the crit Axe Kick.
Oh. Man, that's good, huh?
Yeah. Ori initiating.
Actually, you might as well do Ori UA Sacred Arrow.
Well, I mean,
no points.
This is the first time that Ori is actually doing. Oh my!
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, he saw. I think Zeus saw Ken wall swing and just like, okay.
And was just like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, like, I don't know. Just
this guy's wall swinging. Let me just do it.
I
wonder what was IcePop's hand.
Well, I guess we'll never know. He just deleted the deck.
Yeah.
It's gone now. Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
very good.
I mean, things just went wrong for Ken, just all throughout the game. A lot of like wild swings where it's just like if you're wild swinging there, you don't have a good hand. But then at the same time, we thought he had a killer hand because he kept all of his cards off that block. So at the same time,
He
I don't
did.
know. It was just so weird, right? We didn't see a light, we didn't see a true master, we didn't see like a parry for the sacred arrow or anything either. I have no idea what Ken had. It felt like it was trash, but then at the same time, IcePop telegraphed that it wasn't trash, so I have no idea.
I think IcePop need to go for a more concrete game plan, more
More
build up for
more
Shinryuken.
solid gameplay, I think.
Yeah, build for Shinryuken, parry the auto dodges, and then just go for
Yeah.
it. Instead of play for the longer game, I guess. Because Ori, can I mean,
That wasn't
yeah,
an
well,
Aurier
can,
though. It
can,
just felt like IcePop's defenses were just super poor.
yeah, and like wasting gauge and stuff, and
Yeah, that was just
losing the block.
Yeah. Alright, so it's game 3. I'm assuming Zeus is gonna go for the Jin, because that's his most successful character by far. I really hope it's not the Polar Knight, because Lord, that round 1 Polar Knight was a sight to behold, and not in a good way.
Oh, because he misread T.
He
Didn't
misread
read
all the cards, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really fair. I mean, Polar, it's easy to do that. I wonder if IcePop goes for the run back. He does go for the run back.
Zangief.
We're going for Zangief too. Oh, they're trading spots.
They're competing.
They're holding hands. Holding hands. How does this matchup go? Surely Ken wins it, right?
Zangief versus Ken. I think Ken does win this.
I think Ken wins this.
Ken has ignore armor.
Ken has ignore armor. Ken has wave the warrior.
Yeah, we're the warrior. Ken's fireball is incredibly good.
Yeah, Ken is like Zangief cannot stand far away.
Yeah, because Ken's fireball is very damaging, recurs, and he only has magic cloud to get out of it. So
I'm interested to see Zeus Assassin go back to the Zangief when his Jin is by far his most successful character, and we saw an abysmal Zangief in game 1.
maybe he
Not to not sugarcoat or anything, but that Zangief play was not good.
maybe he wants to give him another go and
Right, but you're staking your tournament life on it.
Yeah, that's true. Do or die.
Right, like whoever
I'm
wins
surprised
this
that this is a
wins.
do or die pick. Yeah.
I think Zangief just molts 0, by the way.
Huh. Full kept.
Full keep. Ken closes 1, giving Zangief an opportunity to strike with an assault if he has it.
Just do it.
I feel like this is one of the few cases where as Ken, maybe you don't close 1 and draw a card. You just kind of stay put.
Yeah, I think giving Zangief the range mix up.
Yeah, just give me the
bad
Zangief the range
unless you
three.
have EX Assault or something.
That's the only reason you would ever move forward, I think.
We keep bringing up EX Assault, but it's because EX Assault is like ridiculously good in defense. Like at worst, it evenly trades with sweep. Like
Yeah. Like, I don't think
5 for 5.
Zangief's going to be initiating with a
That's
sweep
the
at
worst
range
case.
3, right? Like, Zangief
Yeah.
will defensively play a sweep at 3, I guess. At times, but not... And even that, like, also not really, but... I don't think Zangief strikes... Although my Tager strikes with sweeps at range 3. My Tager's... I will powerful blow, +2 power strike with a sweep at range 3. I don't care. My Tager will do that.
and at 8 power.
Yeah, man, I don't care. A reading. First reading of the set. Second reading of the set.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Reading Assault
Just
reading.
like read a spike or something. Read a dive and play assault.
Yeah.
EX spike in the hand, but probably just a sweep comes out, right? Unless, of course, like, Ken had a sweep red, in which case he plays EX spike and hope it's on a dive that Zangief's playing.
Yeah, depends on the reading.
This is a spicy hand.
Yeah.
There's a
Funny
true master EX spike on deck. There's a light EX spike on deck. Yeah, it's just gonna be the sweep into the assault. Die was red.
Dive is
Yeah.
red.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I mean Zangief's in.
He's in.
The only problem is last
It's a
time
card.
Zangief was in, Zangief didn't really do very much. Also, these life totals are not correct. Zangief only took 4. Zangief only took 4, and IcePop hasn't taken damage yet. There we go. It's like a fever dream of what happened in that last strike. Just completely different results.
Who played the assault?
Wait,
Okay,
Zangief had
you
EX Assault in hand.
Wow.
Spicy didn't. I can understand not initiating with it, but
Yeah. Might as well save the second assault to
for later.
play it again in the future.
Yeah, well,
If you need to get to range 1
the
with
future's
damage.
now, and it was not played. So what? Zangief's at range 1. Let's see if there's going to be a crit strike here over these funny boosts.
We saw. Was his hand soft to spinning pile driver? He has it.
It was incredibly soft to spinning pile driver.
He had like no fast, right?
He had no
nothing
fast.
to beat speed 5.
He had no fast.
Okay.
He had like
He
a
just
knee bash,
charged
EX spike, block, and a
Sweep.
sweep.
Wait, no, he
Yeah,
already played it.
Something like that.
But
Yeah, it was,
he had a crew master.
yeah, the True Master. Well,
Maybe you spend the spikes. Do you CC whale in normals?
maybe not, because you were probably gonna get red that turn, right? Maybe
Yeah.
instead of CCing your normals away, you use them to move away.
Ben is forced to move away.
Did he have a
That's
Hadoken in
yeah.
hand? I feel like he had a Hadoken in hand. Just spend 3/4 to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, Zangief
He did
key
have the
charge
Hadoken.
last turn, so it doesn't have the jump in. Because we saw Zangief aggressively use that jump in to not for positioning, but just for card draw both times. So I think you can safely assume that Zangief does not have the jump in. So you just leave. I think you can keep the block for now.
Spike, block. Is that only normals?
Yeah, Spike's block in the sweep that was played. Maybe I'm missing one card there. I don't remember. Zeus also didn't like write it down in the chat. I'm assuming he's writing it down in the hand. Yeah, looks like IcePop doing just that, spending 3/4 to leave.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
And then your fireball becomes online unless
Yep.
Zangief dies in.
Okay, he had the jump in.
Yep.
So that's good.
Nice.
That's improvement there. Already from like game 1 to now, that's improvement. Actually getting
Yep,
value out of the
advantage.
movement on the jump in. So sick. You don't have to deal with Spike for the rest of the game if you're Zangief now. That's nice.
Yep, you can safely block.
Yep.
I think, I mean, not get the axe kick, but yeah. Range 3. At range 3, you can safely block.
Ken didn't really have the best hand for range 3.
No, knee bash. True master.
It's like a true mass. You can't even like true master. Because you don't have your spikes anymore.
Probably just prep.
Just prep, yeah. Just prep. Force the
Zangief is
Zangief
out
to
of
come.
assaults.
Yeah, Zangief's out of assaults. Just force them to come to you. Maybe you draw an assault
Really hand.
on the way back to like counter a cheeky dive.
What? You go for the Doken?
He's like
Oh, he's going for
Crihado.
Doken.
He's like
Wait, 'cause He has
Crihado.
no assaults. He has no assaults, okay.
Yeah.
He's just going for Doken. I
Uh,
mean, it trades a sweep, so.
straight to sweep. Beats the banishing flat.
I don't know. Ken might be stretching himself a bit too thin here.
Yeah, that's my issue with it. But I mean,
If Zangief has
Zangief's...
the answer to trade with Doken, then it'll feel very bad.
But the only answer is sweep, right? Like, I guess you
Yeah.
can crit
crit
lariat
fly
and then
powerbomb.
like move in.
Crit
Oh yeah,
powerbomb,
flying powerbomb. Yeah.
Just fly powerbomb and just
God,
like, get a
another
range one
card
and
with
then
just
trade.
immense proportions. Gee, wow, that is...
Zangief is a big man.
Dude, his bear cuts are larger than his head. His chest hair is like
usually
5
takes so
times the
long.
size of his mohawk.
Dive. You know.
What does Zangief play? I mean, Zangief clearly doesn't have an answer to the... Oh, maybe there is an answer. That is not the answer. That gets stunned out.
That was a misplay
I mean,
against the most. It was the most face-up Hadoken in the world.
it was literally face up.
Well,
I guess both these players are just playing with honor, and they're just not looking when the other person reveals their cards.
oof.
I stopped
If you
choosing
really had no answer
not
to that, then you should have just lost.
choosing not to loop that.
I think that makes sense.
That's fine.
Eventually,
If you loop it, then your wild swing gets clogged. So if Zangief just strikes with a dive, you just kind of throw your hands up in the air, and be like, "What do I do about this?"
you just take it.
Yeah, you just kind of take it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's okay.
Flat, man.
Yeah, wasting a banishing flat, kind of sad. I mean, what? I mean, banishing flat, expecting what? Like a knee bash? Expecting Ken to spend crit to close in.
Close to.
Yeah, I don't really know what else was gonna be crit there at range 3.
Yeah. Range.
So yeah,
Strange play.
some really questionable plays coming out here. Zangief, do you just spend 2 force to move in? I think that seems alright. Boosting Fierce says, you don't have the Hado anymore. I'm gonna stand here with my superior speed 4 option, and you can't do anything about it? Ken with the custom combo. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Can draw the assault off here for the speed dominant option. Wonder if Zangief just going for like a crit flying power bomb is a defensive option and just hoping to trade super up, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Flying power bomb, crit flying power bomb.
Gee, I didn't realize Zangief was down to 8 life already. I guess that's the power of Ken Hadoken.
Very damaging.
Okay. So let's see what he can do with this Fierce boost.
Feels just like a waiting move, honestly.
See, that's all the Zangief play has been. Wait, is that EX dive? It's EX dive or EX spike? It's one of the two.
Yeah, it's not sure. I mean, yeah, if it's flying power bomb, you crit it. So
yeah, I mean, you don't play speed 3 non-crit flying power bomb. It's dive or spike.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary. Also, like, not planned, because he played the rightmost 2 cards. Like, he only had 1 copy in the hand when he played the Fierce.
He just drew the other.
And then just drew the other. Yeah. Wait, does IcePop surely didn't draw EX Assault? He just moved a card. If IcePop draws EX Assault, this game's over, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Wonder if IcePop goes for single assault and just prays this on dive. EX dive?
EX dive.
Oh!
Oh shit!
It's game's over.
Oh,
His game's over. Pack it up. Pack it up.
Zangief did not play on curve and he paid for it. Rip.
Did not play on curve. Should take like 1 more damage,
6.
right? Well, it should be 5 after armor.
Oh yeah. Should be at 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be 5 after armor. Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess IcePop makes playoffs. Because I have no idea how Zangief comes back from that. I mean, saving grace, Zangief at range 1 now. It is IcePop's turn because I mean Zangief struck and then Ken yoinked advantage anyway. So.
Yep. Ken probably should.
Ken should just run away.
Spend 4. Yeah, spend.
Ken should run away because the Zangief is not aggressively closing in. Maybe there's an atomic suplex in the hand though, and maybe that's a bad play for that reason.
I don't mind the.
+1 speed cross also is a play. I loses to crit grass, but you just saw your opponent drop a Fierce. Second Fierce? We're going for Shoryu's? We're going for speed 8 Shoryu's?
Shoryu
to counter the grasp, to counter the cross. And it hits, so I mean, Zangief down to 9 HP with only 2 cards in hand. Zangief should be crit wild swinging here now, right? I don't know what else. I don't know what else Zangief can do.
Yes, you gotta kill. And the last card is known.
Did IcePop take the
Ruin.
damage? Is IcePop still at 19 HP?
IcePop took 7. Yeah, he was 26.
Oh,
Now he's 19.
I was wondering. It's just like, how does IcePop still have so much HP left? I guess he just never got hit. All right, time to let Jesus take the wheel. Crit Watson, let's go.
I like the 8-speed Shoryu in case like.
And crazy. Well, it's to
Becky
it
played,
well
like,
because like cross from Ken there is so good, right?
Yeah.
Is the issue? Oh, last card in the hand, I'm pretty sure is the True Master.
Yeah. It is.
Wait, is Ken gonna strike with Tot? No, it does so poorly here. It performs so poorly. What if you just CC5 drawing 6? Say I don't need True Master to win this game anymore. I'd much rather get a fresh hand. Or maybe just CC the Gauge away and keep the True Master.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, I mean, Shinryuken is obviously always going to be like a good game plan. I mean, it's not great into Zangief, but it's good.
Yeah. It depends on what Zangief's options are
I
left.
also feel like Ken does not need Shinryuken to win this game is the thing.
No. Could see. Yeah,
Oh.
CC.
Oh yeah, he keeps the
One
Gauge because
gauge
he
for
loves the
crits.
crits. Yeah, he loves the crits. CC4 drawing 5.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, crit axes are how you close the game as well.
Yeah, range 2, yeah. Both players now checking the discard. Is that the first time we've seen, like, someone check the opponent's discard in this set? It really feels like it.
Not sure.
It feels like, I know IcePop did not check the discard when Zangief reshuffled in game 1.
No,
And then
he
game
did
2
not.
was just, like, two big boys just hitting each other over and over again until Ken sort of lost. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
game was so weird.
Zangief
Like,
prepped
it's
last time at range 1, so hopefully we see some action here. It's
yes,
crit wild swing.
please crit strike now,
just crit
or
wild
just
swing.
crit wild swing. You have to
You have to make up life
make
somehow.
up this 10
yeah.
life difference. And you know, again, it's like your opponent's not going to give you many opportunities to use your UA.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah.
So when you can't do a chance to use it, you do it. No.
No!
Oh!
We just
Bro.
both collectively just died there.
You don't need like 7. If you have 7 cards and you have 0
man.
HP, then
Listen, man, when I'm telling you to
Matter.
crit wild swing, you do it.
and it's like what both spikes were down. Like both spikes were down.
Both
advantage
spikes are down.
Your
And
wall
on
sticks are
top of that, both
remarkably
SPDs
good.
are up. You have a
Yeah.
legitimate mix-up.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about just have some random shit whiffing.
Yeah, it's time for Ken to leave. Ken is striking.
Yes.
I don't know what Ken is
Alright.
striking with. Like, what
Probably
strike
get out
from
there.
Ken makes sense? I feel like none of them. Okay, Ken just going for it.
Hello?
Ken says, yeah, Ken just going for it.
Zangief here, you probably just want to crit. I guess it's a mix-up. Where
I
Ken's
mean,
playing
it's a
fast
mix-up
or slow.
between, like, the ignore armor, the ignore guard. Both shorties are down at least, so it's not that.
It's not a speed 8.
Oh, no, it's an EX. Is that EX XPD? It's EX sweep. It pops the focus.
Oh, you crit it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you not
Also
crit it?
nice. Yeah, you should.
Fun fact, that prep drew exactly EX sweep.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it
Wasn't that
did.
2 levels cards?
Yeah.
Levels? Wow.
Okay, so now Zangief, like, back in the game, because Ken has allowed this to happen, I guess.
Yeah, he crit. He did a funny crit
You,
mix-up.
like, crit focus. You just play with your food.
Burning the gauge too.
I know, and now Zangief
Now
can
it's
just
only
crit
4
wild
life.
swing with impunity.
Yeah, Zangief should strike now.
Ken drops the grasp on that as well, so can't even, like, outspeed the crit spilling power driver without speed 6 now.
Yep. Spring Power Driver does.
Just,
So
just
157.
what a time. Oh my.
No, bro. Just
Just play the strike
He's
with
down
anything.
Like, no resources. He's got like Only 3 cards. And
He's
no
got 3
gauge.
cards and no
He's
gauge
got
to his name.
nothing.
Oh man, of course IcePop's gonna say, okay, let me just strike into this real quick.
Okay, he's like crossing out, right? See?
No, he was supposed to cross out like 5 minutes ago.
What's going on here?
I don't know, man. Migo, you gotta be happy seeing this kind of gameplay heading into your top 8 match, huh? You gotta be happy seeing what's going on here. So I'm pretty sure Zeus will be your opponent if he wins. That's guaranteed. So look out for this in your future if Zeus wins. There you go. There's a crit strike from Zangief. There's the cross. Cat's caught by the atomic suplex. That's a 6 power atomic suplex. And now Zangief has life lead because we're just...
It's 6 damage.
Yeah, it's 6 damage.
Should be at 7. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. And now...
This is what he had. Okay.
Oh, mate. Well, you know the saying, it takes 2 to tango? that's a accurate representation.
This feels like a dance. They're just letting each other.
Yeah, they're just letting you. It takes 2 to tango.
Like, okay, you could do. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
you know what? I'll pass turn. No, you know what? I'll just pass turn here. It's okay. Why didn't he run? Why did he run?
Instead of playing the cross at range 1 against Zangief, was like, no.
Why is Zangief prepping? Zangief prepped again. Okay, to be fair, like 2 turns ago, that prep into the EX sweep was sick.
Okay, yeah. But surely he's right now.
Well, Zangief can now afford to prep because Ken has proven that Ken is, for some reason, totally willing to stand here. Right. So in that case, you know what? Prepping is fine. I endorse it. When your opponent tells you something, you listen. And Ken has told Zangief that despite taking like 20 damage in the past 2 strikes, I am happy with standing at range 1. I am happy with the scenario. Oh my god, is that another EX? That's EX SPD.
Crit?
That's...
Yeah, this feels like EX SPD.
Why is he not critting? Okay, there it is.
There we go.
Okay, that's EX SPD. There's one grasp in Ken's deck that can deal with this.
Yeah. It's like, you have to answer. If not, get destroyed.
Yeah.
Guess.
And that is, what, 7 power?
That kills.
That kills, yeah. Does Ken have the grasp?
Ken could just be dead here.
Ken could just be dead, yeah. I guess drawing all these... I guess just prepping for all these EXs is okay if your opponent doesn't do anything. Oh, no. It's over. What? Oh, okay, that still kills. Wait, no, it doesn't kill. Oh, yeah, it kills. Okay, it's 7.
It's 6 speed. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I guess that was an option that was also up.
Yeah, that was also a 6.
I mean, it's actually just 1/7. That's also 1/7/6. So,
it is.
So it's actually just the same card, except it doesn't
just
ignore armor, ignore card.
Just slightly less good because no armor.
Well,
yeah.
This is your opponent, Migo, for the next round. It's gonna be ZeusPegasus13, taking the set 2-1 in such a fashion.
Man. Ken, why do you let this happen, man?
Yeah, this was takes 2 to tango here, and that's exactly what this third match felt like.
It's like Ken realized, like it's like Ken forgot what matchup this was. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in normal scenarios, like what IcePop doing is like fine because Ken's a close range brawler, but Zangief is a better range 1 brawler than anyone in the game.
Yes.
So don't stand there. If at all possible.
Don't be there. Be anywhere else. And then don't lose the resource game by striking that much into
striking and critting.
Yeah.
Crit bluffing too,
crit bluffing. I mean, we liked it when it works, but when it doesn't work, it looks really bad, right?
Yeah.
So
it's cool in neutral situations, but
IcePop's tournament ends here. Zeus moves on to playoffs, guaranteed 6th seed. So we'll be fighting you, Migo. Are you ready for this Zangief gameplay?
I don't know, man.
I don't think any of us are ready for it.
For me.
I don't think any of us are ready for it. I mean, in the end, the game plan worked out of just prepping a bunch.
He got all this good stuff, yeah.
Well, it worked out because Ken was just totally willing to just kind of sit there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know who Zeus would played any, but should be interesting.
Maybe you'll get a Chimera.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna end the video here. Sorry for our negativity towards the end there. I feel like that happens a lot in my videos now, but
it was a bunch of hijinks and
hijinks, shenanigans, and tomfoolery. I think are the 3 words that describe this game and Exceed in general. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. Thank you for Migo for joining me. Enjoy your little scouting report on ZeusPegasus13. There you go.
So I got some valuable data.
Yeah, you got some valuable Zangief data. If you like the content, feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Really do enjoy interacting with you guys. But until next time, I think next time will actually be Sunday morning. I will be casting a match. So Sunday morning, Eastern time, 9 a.m. sharp. Don't go to church because I will be casting the final tiebreak round between Feathers and Mr. Fisto. But until then, guys, take care and bye-bye.